Following the resignation of National Director of Public Prosecutions Mxolisi Nxasana last week, Nxasana's lawyer Busani Mabunda addressed members of the media in an attempt to provide clarity on the controversial development. Both the presidency and Nxasana say that his resignation has nothing to do with his fitness to hold office. President Jacob Zuma cancelled a commission of inquiry into his fitness to hold office last month. And while both parties confirmed that an agreement was reached between Nxasana and Zuma, the details remain sketchy. In fact, Mabunda's press conference centered on the reasons which did not play a role in Nxasana's resignation, rather than anything that did.
Mr. Nxasana is professionally competent and is fit and proper with due regard to his experience, conscientiousness, and integrity to hold the position of the National Director of Public Prosecutions. It is widely reported that the President instituted the inquiry after my client was denied a security clearance certificate by the Department of State Security Agency after it had transpired that he did not disclose his past brushes with the law. This gives the impression that the inquiry was about the non-issue of the security clearance certificate. It is important to put the record straight that client made the full and frank disclosure about his criminal record during his vetting process. I am here to tell you today that client duly lodged his appeal, and the Minister of State Security Agency confirmed to client in writing that his appeal was upheld. This is one of the most critical parts relating to Mr. Nxasana. I can say with confidence that client is supposed to be in possession of a security clearance certificate. At no stage during his engagements with the President did Mr. Nxasana demand, as a condition for his resignation, that Ms. Jiba and Mr. Mukhwebi should vacate their respective offices, as it is widely reported again in the media.
Mabunda refused to explain what led to his client ultimately throwing in the towel.
He has resigned. It was the culmination of, amongst other things, engagements with the President.
Why?
But why?
Mr. Nxasana is no longer the head of the National Director of Public Prosecutions.
There are more questions than answers now as to why Nxasana resigned. An exact figure of the golden handshake, which was supposedly offered to Nxasana, is unknown. On this matter, Mabunda only said it was no less than what he would have got had he remained in his position for the full term. Nxasana served 1 year and 8 months of his 10-year term. While it remains unclear as to what is the next step for Nxasana, there is growing concern over the instability in the leadership of the National Prosecuting Authority and how this is affecting the institution's ability to bring about justice.